This is Jody's Fawn, Part 3. Jody gave himself over to thoughts of the fawn. They passed the abandoned clearing. He said, "Cut to the north, Millville. It was up here that Pa got bitten by the snake and killed the doe, and I saw the fawn." Suddenly, Jody was unwilling to have Millville with him. If the fawn was dead or could not be found, he could not have his disappointment seen. And if the fawn was there, the meeting would be so lovely and so secret that he could not endure to share it. He said, "It's not far now, but the scrub is very thick for a horse. I can make it on foot, but I'm afraid to leave you, boy. Suppose you got lost or got bitten by the snake too." So, as we all know that Jody and Millville, both of them have started their journey towards the forest to find the fawn. Jody gave himself over to thoughts of the fawn. It means Jody was continuously thinking about the fawn. They passed the abandoned clearing. There was abandoned means left in a particular condition. There was a forest, okay, a place of an area of forest. They passed that, and he told Millville that now we have to go to the north side. Cut to the north means we have to move in the north direction. It was here he showed a place to the Millville where his father was bitten by a rattlesnake, and where they killed the doe, and where they saw the fawn. He showed the place to the Millville that here we have seen the doe and the fawn also. Now, Jody did not want Millville to come with him further. Unwilling means not willing, not wanted. Jody now did not want Millville to come with him further. Why? Why was it so? It was because if the fawn was dead, or if he is not able to find the fawn, then he don't want Millville to see the unhappiness on his face. Definitely. Now Jody was excited to meet the fawn, correct? But by chance, if any wild animal kills the fawn, and if the fawn is dead or he is not able to find the fawn, definitely Jody will become unhappy. So he don't want Millville to see that unhappiness on his face. And if he is successful in finding the fawn, then he want the meeting between he and the fawn to remain secret. He don't want to share that meeting between he and fawn to with any other person. So he want to meet the fawn secretly. He want to meet the fawn only by himself. He don't want to share the meeting between he and fawn with anyone else. So that is the reason he did not want he did not want Millville with him. So he told Millville that from here it is very close. The place where I had seen the fawn, the doe, and where father was bitten by a snake, that place is very close. So I will go, because the scrub there is very thick. Scrub means small trees and bushes. There are many thick small trees and bushes. Okay, so it will be very difficult for the horse to move. So you what you do, I will make on a foot. That means I will go by walking. You go back. I will try to find the fawn and I will come back. But Millville said, "How I will leave you alone? I am afraid, I am scared to leave you alone, because the forest area is very big. And if you lost the direction, then what I will do? How you are going to come back? Or if even if you might get bitten by a lateral snake also." Hmm? So Millville was worried to leave Jody alone. "I will take care. It might take me a long time to find the fawn if he's wandered. Leave me off right here." Jody said, "Don't worry, Melville. I will take care of myself. You don't worry. It might take me a long time to find the fawn. It might take a long time to find the fawn. So what you will do, it will be a waste of time for you. If you have any work, you can go home and do that work. I will take time to find the fawn if the fawn is wandered. Wander means if the fawn is just walking here and there in the forest, then I will take time. It will take time for me. All right, but you take it easy now. You know north here and east. So he asked him, all right, to take care of yourself. Do you know the north and east means do you know the directions here? Because we all know that it is very difficult to identify a direction in a big forest area. So he asked him, do you know the directions? There and there. That tall pine makes a bearing. He said, looking at the tall pine trees, I will try to figure out the directions. I will try to find out the directions. So long. So he saw the tall pine trees, Melville, and he asked him, so long you have to go? You will be going so long? You will be walking so long distance now? Jody said, so long, Melville. I am obliged. He said, I have to do. Obliged means I have to do. I don't have any other option. I have to go so long to find the fawn. He waited for the sound of the hoofs to end, then cut to the right. So he waited for the sound of the hoofs to end. Hoofs means hard part, the hard part of the foot of horses. Tuck, 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 tuck. You can hear that sound no when the horse is running or horse is walking very fast. You can hear the tuck, 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 tuck sound. That is hooves. That hard part of the foot of horses makes that sound. So he waited till that. It means he waited till Melville disappears, not to be seen. Then he cut to the right side. The scrub was still. Scrub means very thick forest. The scrub was very still, not moving. Only his own crackling of twigs sounded across the silence. It was silent in the forest. As he was moving, as he was walking, he was making a path for himself. So, to make a path for himself, to make a road for himself, to clear the road, he had to just put aside the small branches of twigs. Twigs means small branches of trees. So he had to break those branches. So while breaking those branches, only that sound was heard in the forest. Otherwise, it was very silent. He wandered for an instant if he had mistaken his directions. So for instant means for some time, it felt to him like whether he has mistaken the direction, whether he is going in the wrong direction. Then a buzzard rose in front of him and flapped into the air. Buzzard is a type of a bird. It is a large bird of prey. Prey means shikar, who eats the dead animals, flesh of dead animals. Okay. And he saw buzzards. He saw a group of buzzards, birds in front of him, and they flapped their wings in the air. He came into the clearing under the oak tree. Buzzards sat in a circle around the carcass of the doe. So now he reached at the place where his father was bitten by a rattlesnake and where they had killed a doe. He saw that a carcass means dead body of the doe was still there and those buzzards were eating the flesh. Okay. They turned their heads on their long scrawny necks and hissed at him. They saw that Jody was standing over there. The birds saw that Jody was standing over there. And what they did, they turned their heads. Scrawny means bony. Okay? Thin and bony. They saw that Jody was standing. They turned their heads and they hissed at Jody. Hissing means making that sound. Why they hissed at Jody? Because they were scared that Jody might take away the dead body and they will not get a chance to eat that flesh. So they hissed at Jody. He threw his bow at them and they flee into an adjacent tree. Again, bow means little big branch of a tree. He had a bow. He had a little big branch of a tree in his hand. He threw it on them. What they did, they just flew away and sat on an adjacent tree. Adjacent means next to tree. Next one tree was there where the dead body of the doe was there. Next to it there was a tree. They just flew and sat on that tree. Maybe they were waiting for the Jody to go away now so that they can come back and eat the flesh. The sand showed large cat prints, but the big cats killed fresh and they had left the doe to the carrion birds. The sand showed large cat prints. The sand, there were prints of the wild cat, the footprints of the wild cat on the sand. Okay, but the big cats killed fresh. They had killed and they had left the doe to the carrion birds. They did not eat the flesh of the doe. They had left it for the carrion birds. Carrion birds means they are the birds who eat flesh of dead animals. He parted the grass at the place where he had seen the fawn. Parted means cleared with the help of his hand. He cleared the grass to see if he can see the fawn over there. It did not seem possible that it was only yesterday. He was not able to believe that yesterday only the incident took place. But he did not find the fawn there. The fawn was not there. He circled the clearing. He went in and around to see if fawn was sitting just to other side or just in and around the place. But the fawn was not there. There was no sound. There was no sign. The buzzards clacked their wings, impatient to return to their business. The buzzards were impatiently, they were not having patience. They were impatiently waiting for Jody to go away so that they can come back and start eating the flesh of the doe. He returned to the spot where the fawn had emerged and dropped on all fours, studying the sand for the small hoof prints. So he returned to the place where he had seen the fawn and he started looking for the prints, footprints, hoof prints of the fawn. But bad luck, to his bad luck, it had rained yesterday night, the day before night, and because of it, all the hoof prints, all the footprints were washed away. There were no tracks. He could see a footprints of only the buzzards and the cat, that is recent one. So I don't know how he was going to find a fawn now, but he was also worried now how to find a fawn. You can see here I have tried to show you some picture. This is a picture where a person is trying to climb on a horse. Okay, mounted. How Millville mounted the horse, that. Then you can see here. You tell me, okay, in the Google Meet class I will ask you whether this is a male or a female deer looking at the spots. Okay, this is a buzzard. Okay, buzzard bird, and this is thick bushes, hoof prints. We were talking about hooves, no? So this part, that is hard part of the foot of the horses, that makes that tup 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 sound. So in the next Google Meet, you have to tell me whether this is a male fawn or female fawn looking, male deer or female deer looking at the dots on the body. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.